Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to my channel, Autumn and the Mage. This is a general reading in regards to love for Pisces. It is general, so it might not resonate with you. If you were drawn to the reading, then perhaps there's a message intended for you here, or perhaps the entire message is intended for you, but if some aspect of it really doesn't feel like it resonates for you, if it doesn't feel like it's your story, then don't try to force it. It's possible that your reading is out there with another reader, or possible that if you check your other signs, you might find your reading here, but don't force it. Anyway, this is actually a re-recording of a reading I've already done. I did a reading during the full moon eclipse, actually, for Pisces, but apparently recorded it without a mic, more or less. There was a mic. It was just very far away because it's not the mic that I usually use for recordings, so I'm not even sure how it got turned on, to be honest, but it did. So the reading wasn't so it was just a visual reading without any words. So I'm going to go ahead and re-record the reading. I've pulled out all the cards that came out during the reading so that so that I could, give the message again. But they've all already been drawn, so I'm sorry that you don't get to see them come out. I'm not sure how important that is to people. I like to watch the cards come out, but that's just me. Anyway, so what I did this week for readings is I'm using a deck called Journey of Love, Oracle deck. Sorry about that. I had a tiny interruption. Anyway, so I'm using this Oracle deck, Journey of Love. And what I did was past, present, and future for the person you're connecting with. I want to remind you that past can be anywhere from years ago to just, it could really be hours ago, but days ago, weeks ago. The past is just past, and present could be tomorrow, or it could be in a couple hours, or it could be months from now. Really, it's, or years possibly. It's a wide range. So if you're finding yourself in a newer connection and think that you wouldn't have a past card, that's not necessarily accurate, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I found here, and then you can let me, you decide if it's, if it resonates for you or not. So we started with, the past card that we got for you is card number 21. I'm sorry, it's weird rereading a reading, so I apologize if I'm awkward. Please forgive me. Card number 21 for the past, which says, she is the moon. For your current energy, we get card 43, which is the bride offers herself. And in the future energy, we actually got two cards, man of the earth, woman of the sky, and the swan. I remember this reading very well, very, very well. And I remember how I felt and how I interpreted it. So I'm hoping that it comes across as clearly with sound now as it did before. But we're going to start. I am going to read from the book. I apologize. I know some people don't like that, but I think it's important to hear the entire message. So I am going to read from the book. So for your past energy, we get card 21. She is the moon. The light of the moon ebbs and flows. The wisdom of patience is not about waiting around for something to happen rather than getting up and getting it done. The wisdom of patience is that of the gardener who consults the lunar calendar. The right timing promoting growth. Planting when there is fertile soil, and allowing the soil to rest and replenish when it needs to. You are being asked to check in with your timing. Is now the time for action or for rest? It can change quickly, just like the phases of the moon. If you are unsure, that's okay too. Perhaps you are waiting for more light to reveal the way. As the moon grows full, all things come in time. Your message comes through this oracle. Your manifestation is unfolding in perfect timing. If you feel something isn't happening fast enough or is happening quickly and you are unsure if you are really ready, be assured all is well. If something is not clear to you and you would like it to be more clear, the clarity you seek will come to you. Do not worry. Do not try to force the insight. Just be with what is happening now and trust. You are moving and growing and all is well. Soon you will see that for yourself. Just as the moon grows full and revealing, even in the midst of the deepest dark. the deepest night, sorry. And they have a poem at the end of each of these, so I'm going to go ahead and read this to you. It says, waiting. These moments are precious, like jewels on the crown of life. They beckon my heart, forming memories that sparkle with joy. And like the longing of a sweet caress, they draw me near, melting into one, showing what is possible on the journey of life, waiting for the seasons change. And that's what this energy feels like for this card. She is the moon. It feels like a waiting energy, like someone in the connection, I feel, wasn't ready to move forward in it. Like they felt the connection, and I don't know if it was you, Pisces, or the person you were connecting with, but someone here felt the connection but wasn't ready to move forward in it. And it feels like patience was required because timing wasn't exactly right. It feels like this message here is saying, things will happen when they're supposed to happen. If things are moving too quickly, then they'll slow down if they're supposed to. And if things are moving too slowly, they'll speed up if they're supposed to. But it's all going to happen as it's supposed to happen. But yeah, especially with the poem here at the end, the waiting poem, that's what this feels like to me, like waiting, like someone wanted to move forward and the other person wasn't ready. Okay. And I read all of them and then I clarified all of them, so I'm just going to do that even though I already know what's here. I'm going to go on to the next one, which is the current energy. And this is card number 43. The bride offers herself. And I just want to point out that in tarot, we often say, like, we use a gender like he or she, but it's never really a gender. It's really about energy. So even though it says the bride offers herself, that's feminine energy, which doesn't necessarily mean it's the female or it's a female. It could be just feminine energy, the person with feminine energy, or the person who's embodying feminine energy at this time. Okay. So just to clarify that, card number 43. The bride offers herself. There's a sacred offering taking place, an offering of the divine feminine. She's offering herself to the mystery unfolding. This may manifest in a physical way, in that of a woman of great feminine wisdom is offering herself to you in friendship, love, spiritual companionship, or service in some way. This may manifest in a spiritual gift from the Divine Mother in the form of a life circumstance or situation. Whether it is immediately recognized as a gift or not, to accept this offering as a bridegroom accepting his bride with love, reverence, and respect will bring good fortune. This oracle offers you a message. Accept what is being offered now, whether through challenge or an easing of the way forward. There's a gift of grace from the Divine Feminine reaching for you now. Allow her in and be blessed. This oracle also heralds a time of importance in relationship. You have been revealing yourself and not being afraid of who and what you are, sharing yourself in willingness to connect. Your vulnerability and beauty is acknowledged and will attract the response you need at the perfect time and in the perfect way. Every bride shall have her bridegroom. And then the poem says, how careful we must be close, how fragile we must feel, how sad not to be when someone is real. To say approach with caution when we already know that inside there's a likeness and experience goes slow. And this card to me is really, I kind of feel like this is you. This is Pisces here, accepting what is, accepting the situation for what it is, and continuing to open yourself, continuing to be open to the connection and continuing to give your heart to it and give to this person and support them in whatever way that you can, in whatever way they allow you to. I feel like this is your energy, but I could be wrong. Okay. This could be the person that you're connecting with, but someone here is accepting of what is and continuing to offer and continuing to pour into the connection. This is the current energy, okay? Now the future energy, we get 2 cards. I'm going to read 48 first. Man of the earth, woman of the sky. I see myself in you, and you in me. We may seem to be so different and sometimes yet so similar. Even beyond this, I know deep within that we are one. I can lose myself in your light and receive your light with my body. I can witness the darkness of your shadow and enter into you with my compassion. I can find the divine in our connection, letting go of what I thought I was. I can be broken apart to become as one with you, even if only for a second, and know the divine more intimately than ever before. Our passion leads us to each other, and in each other we find our true selves. This oracle brings you a message of sacred relationship that leads to divine understanding and experience. You are being opened up to a sacred relationship, either in your current relationship or one that is on its way to you now, in human relationship and in divine relationship with the heavenly beloved. Know you are worthy of it and keep a light of gentle hope and respect kindling in your heart as you anticipate the union with your beloved. Know that even when it is dark, when it challenges you, there is sacredness unfolding. The love of the divine wants to reach us not only in our happiness, but also, perhaps more so, in our darkest hour. Let it reach for you through your relatedness with another. And do not be afraid to be broken and open and do not be afraid to be broken and opened. For in that cracking of what you thought you were, you shall begin to know what you are, which is heaven on earth. And the poem says, how rare to be born with the name of love. What challenges await that I must face, or voice to listen to from above, telling me what I must embrace. Each day I walk a path unknown, with no regrets for where I've been. Each experience is mine to own, no choice is called to live again. How strong I am, I ask myself. The measured test unfolds each day, a blessing of enormous wealth. Inside the gift will always lay. So I feel like this is actually this person here, the one who wasn't ready. I feel like this is them realizing what the connection is, because I fumbled through this part, but it's actually it's really beautifully written. I see myself in you and in you in, I'm sorry, I keep messing it up. I see myself in you and you in me. We may seem to be so different and sometimes yet so similar. Even beyond this, I know deep within that we are one. I can lose myself in your light and receive your light with my body. I can witness the darkness of your shadow and enter into it with my compassion. It's like, it feels like they're discovering, they're recognizing, they're seeing the connection, like finally understanding it for what it is. Okay. That's what it seems like to me. That's how I'm interpreting this, is that this other person finally like accepting it. Okay. We're going to read the Swan, which is card number 67. 67, the Swan. Gliding with grace, nothing is withheld from this beautiful soul. It can discern what is genuine, authentic, loving, and what is from the ego parading. Even through the most impressive words or gestures, this soul can sense the holding within of a core of fearful separation from the divine. With grace, it allows all to be, and moves amongst the world with inspiring light and grace. Paramahamsa, great swan, the soul that moves the souls of others, is reaching to you now. The guru, the teacher, the light, the love that is all. You are blessed by sacred divine relationship with the essence of love itself that adores you and wants only for you to be free. This oracle reaches to you now, indicating that you are held within the grace of a great soul, a teacher of the heart, of the spirit, and there is endless light bestowed upon you for protection. Your path ahead is assured. Soon you will be shifting from hope to a sense of inevitability in your attainment of the spiritual goals closest to your heart. Be with your patience of love. Through meditation, yoga, kindness, nature, dance, singing, whatever speaks to your heart, and know you are one with the divine, and it's only a matter of time before you realize it. And it says here, to love from afar, always share our dreams of what will unfold. I remember this portion of this card standing out to me because, of this, well, yes, of this card, because to love from afar, always share our dreams of what will unfold, is, it's clearly a signal of, it implies a long distance relationship, sort of, because when you're in a long distance relationship, you have what you have, but you spend so much of your time dreaming of when you'll be together. When we're together, we can do this. If we were together right now, we could do this, It's a lot of, sharing dreams of what will unfold. So I don't know if that resonates for you, if you are like in a long distance relationship. I remember when I read this the first time, I felt like this was this person realizing that they're, I'm trying to remember how exactly, this person realizing that, well, first, it seems like confirmation that you're on the right path and that you're going to get there. Even this first card, she is the moon. It feels like confirmation that things will happen as they're intended to happen and in the timing that they are intended to. Okay. Even the bride offers herself. It says at the end of that, let me find it again, because it says at the end, your vulnerability and beauty is acknowledged and will attract the response you need at the perfect time and in the perfect way. It's like there's all this confirmation that things will happen when they're supposed to happen, but also this Swan card, it feels like a reminder that you are still on, as an individual person, the path is still there and you're still on it and you will accomplish all that you want to accomplish. And I know that when I clarified, this message became clearer for me, but we'll get to that. I'll show you now the cards that came out through the tarot. So for she is the moon, which is the past energy, we get, they came out this way, the chariot, okay, which is somebody who's dedicated to a path, somebody who's on a path, they know where they're going, they've signed up for it, and they're not giving up, okay? And then we get the Queen of Wands, which is, this is fire energy, so this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but this is really just somebody who's very passionate, very excited, very courageous. Like, they know what they want and they're going to get it. And I feel like this is one of the two people in this connection. I feel like this is the other person, to be honest, Pisces, but take it how it resonates for you. I feel like they were determined, this chariot energy, they were set on this course that was important to them. It's something that they had signed up for. It's something that they're excited for. And because of that, they weren't ready for this connection, because this she is the moon card really is about waiting, and it's about timing, and possibly one person being ready to move faster than the other. And I really feel like these cards clarifying are saying, this Queen of Wands here, which doesn't necessarily have to be fire energy, okay, is the chariot, by the way, is Cancer. So you might be dealing with a Cancer, but somebody who is very determined to stay on course. And then we get the 10 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles is about commitment, okay, and staying committed to something. It is also a card of family. It is also a card of wealth, so it sometimes can indicate like a career or something along those lines. But it can also, um, well, I just said the word and I forgot it again already, but it could also pertain to family, so it may be that this person was committed to um, something in regards to home or family or something along those lines, but they were very committed to whatever this is to them, this Queen of Wands. And I think because of that, they weren't recognizing the connection for what it was, or they weren't ready for it to be, even though they could see that there was more, like even though they could see a connection there, they weren't ready for it to be all that it could be. Okay. For the bride offers herself, card 43, we get the Lover's card. Okay. And that's that choice to follow your heart, to continue to follow your heart, to acknowledge your heart. And because the Lover's card, which is Gemini energy, by the way, is actually about choice. And it's about choosing the path that your heart guides you down, choosing the path that you know feeds your soul and feeds your heart. And this, the bride offers herself. I mean, it says in this that, that accepting what is, first off, and continuing to give, second, continuing to feed into, continuing to have your heart open to, and um, yeah, like nourish the connection, which is what the Lover's card is. I think, like I said, I think this is you, Pisces, but if I have it wrong, then I have it wrong. Take it how it resonates, but I feel like um, you see what this connection for what it is. The Lover's card, that's soulmate energy that's being drawn to someone in a way almost sometimes that you can't even explain. You just know they're meant to be in your life. You know that they're meant to play a part. You know that they're important. And yeah, I feel like you're choosing to follow that path, follow that, um, to honor this connection, basically. So for Man of the Earth, Woman of the Sky, and the Swan, we actually get the Empress card. And it just occurred to me that we got a major arcana for each one of these piles. We got the Chariot, the Lovers, and now the Empress, which is Taurus energy. But I really feel like this is at this point in the reading, I felt like it was really clear that this person here, whatever path they were on, they recognized that they could be in this connection with you, or you could be in this connection with them and still honor who you are. Because sometimes what we think is we can't have both, we can't we can't feed our that's not, I'm wording it wrong. We have passions, for example, like career. This is the easiest example. If this person has a career path that they are dedicated to and that they are hoping to fulfill, sometimes people think they can't also have love in that situation. But with all of these cards here, I feel like this energy is realizing that they can actually continue on their path and have love. And actually, love might help them move down the path that they want, and this connection with each other strengthens you. And it, because with the Swan energy, this is, you're still on the path to your own goals. And it talks about spiritual goals, but I don't think that it needs to be applied that directly. Like, I don't think you need to use those. I don't think it needs to be that specific. Whatever path they were on, they can still go down that path. And I think this is them realizing it. The Empress represents giving birth to something new. It represents creating something together. And it's also like the divine feminine. It's also like the perfect partner. The Empress represents many things, but I feel like this person is just realizing that they can continue to grow and that they can grow something beautiful with you, or that you with them, however it resonates. So that's what I have there. I then drew cards from the Lover's Oracle, and we got this 3 cards here. So we got this one, which says, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. I thought this, because this is the order these came out, and I thought it was really interesting how they came out, because I feel like this past energy was somebody recognizing the connection, okay, but things not moving forward how they wanted them to, okay, which I believe is you. Again, I believe the person you were connecting with was focused on something else, and so they weren't able to see the connection for what it was. And this card is like, I know that it doesn't always seem to make sense, but things happen in the time that they're supposed to, and a blessing will be revealed. And then we get this card, which is transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Which I feel really connects with this message. I mean, you are continuing to give to this person. And like the book said, you know, what you're giving, they see it. They see it. They see you giving to them. They see the beauty of you, of your love. They see it. And that transforms people. It really does. It changes them. It changes their perspective on life. It changes their perspective on many things. And so by continuing to, I mean, don't ever give where you don't want to give. If you want out of something, if something hurts you, if it hurts you to be there, if it hurts you to feed into this connection, please don't think I'm telling you to do that, because I'm not. Always do what feels right, what feels best, okay? What fills your heart, what makes you happy. If you're miserable giving to this person, then this is not it. This isn't the one, okay? Move on. This person isn't them, okay? But if you're able to give and keep your heart open to them, if you can do that in a way that's respectful to yourself, okay? Then, I mean, that's what I feel like, that's what's showing up here. If you continue to do that, you transform them, is what happens. And then finally we get this card here, sorry, this one, which says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Which is a great message, but also I think it ties to this here, because this person is realizing, I feel, that they can be in the connection and also still nurture who they are, like still feed into their own hopes and their own dreams and their own goals. Being in a connection with someone doesn't mean that you can no longer be an individual. You should still be an individual. You should still have all of your own dreams and your own goals, but you also now have dreams and goals with this person as well. It's a gift. It's a blessing. And it helps you become more, okay? But it doesn't mean that you have to lose any of what you are. I think that's what this person realizes. Anyway, that is the reading for the second time. I hope it went okay. I hope it resonated for you. I hope that it brought you some clarity in your connection. I do want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you're watching it for the second time, then thank you very, very much. I'm so sorry about the sound. But do please remember to move forward in positive thoughts and positive words, positive energy. Be grateful and be generous, because when we are, we find more things to be grateful for, and we find more ways to be generous with those we love. So good luck to you, Pisces. Thank you again. If this reading resonated, please feel free to comment below or like the video, or if you want to, you can shoot me an email. My email address is listed in the description of this video. Thank you again so much. I really appreciate it. Good luck to you. I hope I see you later. Bye.